Why, hello there. Good to see you, chat. We ready for this wonderful adventure? Just gonna stroll on down to the principal's office. Nice and simple. Well, not even his office. We're going to his personal home. Or I guess in this case it would be her personal home. And see what's up. We met our good pal Izzy. I'm sorry, E.G. Gotta get that Bloodborne reference in somehow. He's got himself a fancy hammer, which, again, I think we saw the Stone Digger troll using that same hammer. I may be misremembering, though. I'll have to double check. And, well, gosh, this game. It's so big. It's so pretty. Kind of crazy when you think about it. Oh, wait. I keep on doing this. It's auto. There we go. Alright, you. It's okay. It's just a trap. I'm still using Moonveil, because apparently there's no point in using anything else. So far, all my dex weapons have just been like, well, but can you bleed? Oh, I hope I find something that's better than bleed weapon, because I really don't like bleed weapons. Alrighty. Let's try it out. Ah. I see the Carians were doing some fingers experiments. Guess they wanted to understand some of that stuff. Again, same statues of a cloaked woman with a book this time. I wonder, do we see this design here anywhere in an actual armor set or something? That's something I'm gonna have to look out for. Frost, maybe? Ooh, that could be good. Hey, Adolphus, good to see you, by the way. Frost. This game must think I'm stupid. Like I'm gonna fall for that. Nice. They're susceptible to bleed. Oh, more rind. And this is frozen, right? So crystal blood, it's crystallized, makes sense. Widely found. Widely found in cold regions. This is odd. So lots of crystallization in the cold? And that makes sense because ice crystals are a thing, right? Like water freezes, but... So magic crystallizing and then getting cold. Oh, it's not just big ones, it's tiny ones too. Yeah, we're gonna have to go melee for this because if they're just gonna pop up out of nowhere. Gotta watch for that though. I also love how I immediately avoided the main road. It's like, hey, there's a main road we want you to pass forward. Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna just explore the corners. Nice. Stagger and bleed. What a beautiful combination. But hey, with all the frost stuff, you may be right, Adolphus. I'm gonna call you Addy because, I don't know, I find it cuter. I guess you could say the Carians had a hand in their creation. Okay. As far as dad puns go, I love it. That is so cheap! I was not caught anywhere. I guess I gotta be careful when I'm doing charge attacks. Also, you knocked down that tree, sir. Or are you a madam? Oh my god, I hate you. This is why we stagger you to death. So, I don't think you get staggered from the front, only from the back, so I'll have to keep that in mind. But still, it's interesting. They create a bunch of deformed finger... This feels dumb. Forgot to rest at the Grace. Ree. Okay. So this is called their manor. Of course, the Japanese is more accurately a castle manor. So again, makes sense. As you can see from the walls, it's designed like a fortress. So it's not just an ordinary home. But hey, it's their mansion still. Okay, so you have some range magic. Good to know. You know, not half bad on the runes either. Oh, I see. Tiny one? Yeah. Oh. There we go. Gotta get to the base of that ham, though. I thought it was the big one for a second there. Oh my gosh. I see size matters not. You think the frog people are connected in terms of artificial life forms in Liurnia? I think the Albinorics, at least the first generation, come from, because frog ones are second generation, right? I think the first generation come from, for sure from the Nox, right? I think they come from the Eternal Cities, because the series makes a thing. Do we have any items related to them? No, we don't. We'll have to kill more frog people. But their items and stuff talk about the quote-unquote primordial dew, or the Japanese is more accurately... You can't translate as primordial, but the idea is that it's the origin, the starting point, the drop. So the idea is that there's a drop of silver from which all the silver men originate. So my thought process is, okay, if they come from a drop of silver, then naturally they should be coming from the Nox, who we see tons of stuff related to silver, like the silver quote-unquote drops that they, that exist, of course. And who knows, it might even literally be that the Albinorics are the product of a silver drop directly, not just any random drop of silver or magic. Again, begs the question of where silver fits into this cosmology. I am so tired of you! Oh! Okay, that one was just... That was me being dumb. Like a mother goo. Yeah, so... It looks like some sort of it's like an alchemical experiment, right? Like you add a drop of whatever, right? I think there's also a ripple blade, which mentions the idea of ripples happening. So it's probably the idea of you add a drop of silver to some sort of chemical reaction, and that silver will, like, consume the liquid or whatever that's been dropped into, and form an artificial life form, which we know as the Silverman or Albinoric. Now, these Silvermen don't seem to have the same shape-shifting powers, and they seem to have a problem where their legs don't function. At a certain point, at least the old ones, their legs will quote-unquote fade away, and they'll die with it. So it's clear that their existence is something incredibly significant on a cosmological scale. Oh, this is why I gotta make sure I kill all of you first. Oh. Anyway, so my point is... Nice. There we go. I'm thinking that the first generation were apparently created by the Nox. I guess they were failures, because they all ended up seemingly coming above ground. I don't know, maybe we'll see more Albinorics with the Nox still. But it seems like a good number of them all came above ground, and maybe the Carians created the second generation that we're familiar with, the frog ones. Possibly. I'm not entirely sure, though, because we'll have to see how much silver plays into what Karia does. Because if we see other stuff related to Karia that involves silver, then I can more readily believe they may have tried experimenting with the Nox stuff. Though, again, it doesn't mean it didn't happen if we don't have that evidence. It just means it's harder to kind of outright confirm. But again, I am suspicious, because why do you have a second generation thing? Like, let's say the first generation was a failure, but then the second generation was also a failure, and you kept doing it right? I think, like, it's more something that Karia would do. They would see a failed product of the Nox or whatever, but they'd be like, oh my god, this is so much more advanced, let's see if we can iterate on this. And they would be more willing to do this. That's what I think. Yeah, I don't think that was far enough. Now this, though. Like a mother goo. And then you have the Night Folk, said to have bled silver, then I guess not anymore, lol. Okay, so the Night Folk, or Night Man, is also used to describe the the Nox in one item description. I think it's something like Nightmen, or again, Night Folk. I think it's like the whip or something that you get from a Nox guard or whatever. So one of those, like the flowing sword or what have you. So there's something going on there, where it seems like the Nox, either they originally did bleed silver, the quote-unquote Night Folk, or they use their experiments on silver tears and stuff to make themselves do so. Though again, this begs the question of why so many are out in the lands between related to Godfrey. Gosh, what a magical place this is. Dink. +5 stone. Oh. This stupid plan! Run! Run! Get out! Oh my god, there's more of you. It's so weird how these things function. I'm so confused. Sometimes they get, like, constantly stunned, sometimes they don't. Is it really based on if you're behind them or not? Oh my god, I hate you. Oh, you have that too, cool. Magic rings do magical stuff. Oh, of course. Oh, I hate this! Elden Ring is having a lot of really bullshit enemies I hate. I'm noticing that. There's just a lot of enemies where you're like, why do you exist? I guess with how easy the bosses and stuff in this game are, they felt like they had to make the enemies feel bullshit so they can keep their reputation of difficulty. But it's honestly just kind of turning me off. Cool. Cathedral of the Deep, but blue flame. Oh, that's the trick. I was like, where is the... Yeah, it has to be if you're from the front, they don't get stunned. That's the only thing I can think of. It has to be from the base of the hand, not the fingers. Ooh. Side entrance, huh? Oh, you! The Albinorc Sorcerer. So yeah, you guys are in league with the Carians. Okay. Definitely. That isn't an accident. Oh. I see the trap. Alright, let's get our runes before we do anything crazy. We're already at 7k here. Oh, I got my runes. Okay, never mind then. For some reason I thought they would be all the way by the fountain, but I guess I did walk all the way back. What's up with this game and having large, unrelenting monsters that just throw themselves on you? Royal Revenants, dire wolves, and all these things. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Again, I get what they're trying to do, but yeah, not a fan. More Smithing Stone 3 when I no longer need it. I guess I didn't need to buy it from Ichi, but I was so desperate. You have to understand. Really? That's it? Yes, 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 I get it. Okay. I guess that was all. Oh my gosh. And they back up, of course. Oh my gosh. Perfect. One-time stealth is useful. Yes. I'll be honest, I was waiting for a hand. Ooh, a Carrion Piercer. Wonder what that's like. Wait, don't I already have that spell? No, okay. Oh, the Great Sword. That might be even better. Ice Crest Shields. Isn't that associated with Ronnie, if I recall correctly? Originally, yeah, from Makarian Princess. So yeah, this is associated with Ronnie because she has like ice powers. Unless you know where to look and got's the money, huh? I guess it'll come in hand when you find a new favorite weapon. It's what sucks up upgrading early, to be honest. That's very true. A lot of upgrading I'm noticing in this game seems to be like you want to upgrade so many different kinds of weapons to experiment with. Because you need to get good okay, so this is a shortcut. But you need to get the good damage, and you're just not going to do that if you just do like your own thing. Whoop. There we go. No, the stagger's the same. I don't know what governs it then. What a randomly inconsistent ability. There's no items, is there? No, we already explored that. Checked there. God, like, you'd think after the first few failures, you'd be like, you know what, maybe this experiment thing isn't working. Maybe we should go back to the drawing board, but nope. Renala and company were like, just keep going. Need more fingers. Oh my. You could not have possibly seen me. Ooh, I hate you. I hate you and everything about you. Just do your stupid range. I find you so incredibly frustrating. I'll have you know. Alright, where's the grace? There has to be another grace if they're making us run through all this gauntlet of stupid. Oh. Thanks for the herb. I'll be honest, surprised it's not Dew-Kissed. Which... oh. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh no, we've already been here. Oh, I've been exploring pretty much everything then. We gotta go this way and up here. Yeah. Because we've gone here, and I guess it curves around, huh? Yeah. Okay. Alright, I think I got everything we want or care about. A knight? Lady Ronnie, we have long awaited you. I pray for your house's swift revival. May the full moon shine upon Caria. So it looks like Ronnie was missing and then she came back. And they were like, we can't wait for you to save us. And then Ronnie apparently did not save them. Also, pews? In my sorcery castle? Also a picture of one of those ooh, actually, do we know which sorcery tower this is? I'm actually gonna take a shot of it, see if we ever find something quite like this. That's interesting. I don't rage anymore with these games, to be honest. I just kind of sigh in disappointment. No, but I gotta rage. I gotta play it up for the viewers. Ay, ay, ay. I prefer to rage than not, to be honest, because I've gone through the DS2 experience where I don't rage. I just feel my soul being sucked out of me, where I feel like I want to commit suicide. So I would rather just rage. It makes me much more feel like I should live. Much better for all parties involved. So yeah. A lion, huh? Or just a beast, I guess, but... So I guess this was a church. Or something approaching that function. But there isn't any statue or anything for worship. I guess technically you'd have Radagon there, so Radagon would be the person you'd worship. Some more spirits. But they have the cuckoo uniform, huh? Oh, I didn't even notice. My bad. My B. I don't think that's a rise. It's more or less looks like one of those standard cliff towers, like the Tower of Return over in Weeping Peninsula. Either way, that's extremely interesting. Why would you have a picture of that thing? Because all the more reason you're like, oh, it's not a sorcerer tower, it's just some random big tower? Suspicious. Alright, I think it's time. To bring out the sorcery, because I'm tired of our buddies here annoying me with their, oh, we're just... Oh. Annoying me with their shields. Ooh, this is a good time to experiment with my staffs, huh? Nothing? Really? Anything worth jumping down for? That gets me down. But it doesn't look like it has any... Oh, but that there. That's good. Ooh, okay. We gotta keep that in mind. Ooh, another option too. God, I love with this game. Alright. 214. 213. Huh! Damage seems to be evened out. Oh my gosh. Alright. One more time. 213. 214. Wow. What? I see. The puppets waited. Do they respawn? No. Oh my god. I hate you. Okay, you know what? Carian Slicer. Wait. No. This is a bad time to start experimenting, but... Oh my god, this is so great. I did not realize you actually lunge if you go into the run with the spell. That's amazing. Oh my god. That makes this even freaking better. Is there nothing that this spell can't do? Honestly, I'm tempted when we get Renala to rebirth myself, so I just can't use, so I put my strength to zip again, so I just can't use physical weapons. I'll just use this special melee here. Because, like, ooh. Like, just having, like, sorcery melee build is, like, crazy. I love it. Dang it! I should have dodge rolled backwards, but I didn't think my iframes would work in time. Damn! All that effort. They might have an architectural fetish. Who knows? They got hand monsters guarding their house. The Carians seem to have all up into crazy stuff. Yeah, that's true. You never know, right? Maybe they're just weird like that. I don't know. Do we see that portrait used anywhere else? Because if it's used in other generic places, then I might be less inclined to be suspicious. I love the lunge like that. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Because one thing if it like locks you into place and you're just like, okay, I can move slowly while doing this spell. But the fact that it just lets you go right in there, like, they really did a good job on this. Now this one, now I know what to expect, so we'll go in and kill them as fast as possible. Hello? Where else? Okay. Really? Is there nothing back here? I guess not. Oh, I could go here, that's right. That was not the time to jump, my friend. Always so weird that these spirit things, puppets, whatever you call them, give you actual physical items. I have to wonder if it works on Demon Souls logic. And if so, that's kind of terrifying to think about. Okay, so both of these lead to the same place, I think. Yeah, both ultimately lead here. There's nothing special on that item, so we don't have to care. Alright, what are you hiding down here, Carians? Caria. Sword of Night and Flame. Oh, this is the one that that gives you the backstory, right? It's a treasure. Oh, it requires faith. That's interesting. Storied Sword and Treasure of Caria Manor, one of the legendary armaments. Astrologers who precede the sorcerers. Now remember, the Japanese for astrologer is stargazer. Who preceded the sorcerers, established themselves in mountaintops that nearly touched the sky, and considered the fire giants their neighbors. Right, so that's where the flame and the faith comes from. And the Carians collect that because they're really, really obsessed with stargazing. Especially when it comes from the moon. I don't care about you. My job is to get back upstairs. Actually, I just noticed the way that they take it. So it goes, ooh, interesting. So the smartest route would actually be to just take the left side route and just ignore everything else. Oh, by the way, right up on your Demon Souls content, the Shrine of Storms was literally everything. I was I was always fascinated with the Shadow People. Your analysis was fire. I think that's fire or lit. Either way. I'm glad you liked it. I'm kind of curious what you mean by everything. Do you mean that I covered like it exhaustively, or was it like everything you could have asked for or hoped for? Just kind of out of curiosity, how you define that. Because I'll be honest, I'm very proud of Shrine of Storms. It was an area that I was most fascinated with among all the areas when I started. I kind of cooled for a while because I was like, you know, it isn't as much as I thought I was. But then toward the end, I rekindled my love for the area. Like it definitely had, it was definitely worthwhile going through it. Yeah, keep the sorcery going. I see that plate. I heard you. It works right after you dodge roll too. Oh my god! Yeah, I might get rid of strength. Maybe it won't be a dex weapon. Darn! I didn't dodge the right way. I should have dodged left. That was quite the critical error. I did not play that well. Bad instincts on my part. Well, no longer are we taking the side route, so that's a... I do like these guys' grenades, though. They have to make you rethink how you approach this, because it's not just, oh, hey, dodge the big boom. Now it's, oh, hey, you dodge the big boom, but you can still get hit if you just wait and delay. So I do like that. It's a creative way to rethink the grenade setup. Ooh. We're not losing all these runes. I refuse. There we go. It's like an alligator. Confuse it. Woo! I love the lunge! There we go. Perfect. Everything is in all I could have thought of. I got a thing for long vanished civilizations. Well, I'm grateful. Obviously, I do take suggestion stuff if you ever feel like I'm missing something or there's like a detail or important thing you'd like me to account for. I'm always looking to that. So I'm glad that you found like it was like, oh my god, every possible question I could have had got answered. But yeah, I'm very happy with that analysis with how it turned out because it's one of those things where you can really appreciate the area and what Miyazaki and FromSoftware did with it. Just so much, such a fascinating, unique little culture that didn't necessarily have the biggest plot significance, but they made it real special. And they helped make it in terms of the larger narrative, a perfect example of like what happened to the quote-unquote barbarian cultures. What were they like before they were barbarians, right? Before you had Ulan and people like that. And I think Shrine of Storms gives you the idea of both the majesty and horror of the old pagans outside of like the monumentals. All right, let's see what's up here. Wait. Let me double check. Anything I can do to... Oh, I could jump here. There might be a grace up here, knowing this game. So let's do this first. I might be able to backtrack. I think I'm most proud when it comes to Shrine of Storms. Yep, I knew it! I knew it! I think I'm most impressed when it comes to Shrine of Storms is the old hero and adjudicator connection. I'm very proud of that portion of the analysis especially. That I think was an especially meaningful piece of getting to both the psychology of the culture and the religion as well as the... it's just a cool detail about a people. But yeah, how'd you think of the rest of the Demon Souls stuff if you were reading it all? Or did you just get to Shrine of Storms and that was it? Because obviously, Demon Souls is obviously a relatively small game, so there isn't too much content. I think it's about like 9 posts in total, or 12 posts or something like that. But it's a very small amount of stuff you need to read up on everything regarding Demon Souls. Yep, that worked. Really? Nothing? I guess not. I guess that's just a way to get out. I read them all. They were all amazing, to be honest. Well, again, thank you. I'm glad. And again, obviously, it's not just my work, of course. It's me ultimately trying to cover all the stuff that Miyazaki and company did. So... I'm glad you appreciated what they were able to put together with that game. It's such a special gem in Miyazaki's library for his first title. Alright, so 314. 350. Oh my god, it's even stronger than my melee weapon. Yeah, why the hell do I use my... Why use bleed? Oh, Urumi! Is this the weapon I was talking about? This weapon made of extremely thin, flexible blades of metal is wielded like a whip by Night Folk warriors, exactly what I was talking about. Though, in essence a whip without a cutting edge, it can also be used as a spear to pierce folks. Oh. So there's a connection that Karia's got here. There's a connection. There's definitely a connection between the quote-unquote night folk and the Nox, and therefore the... Dang it, that other one... Oh. Ha, that worked! I love it! There we go. Alright, so that all works out as long as we keep our distance. The whole Elant Duran thing with the burden of Boletaria and its founding, plus the hypocrisy of the faith. Yeah, what I really like about what Miyazaki does with... Well, first let's talk about Boletaria. Boletaria is just... it's amazing. And it amazes me how much of it gets ripped off in Dark Souls 3, and yet Lothric also becomes, in its own way, such an amazing culture and country. But on the topic of just Boletaria itself, having the idea of King Elant and Duran and just sort of everything that builds up into Elant's character, like how it all ties together, is just, so good. I think it really, again, I think I said this last stream or the stream before, whenever we talked about it. Elant is truly, I think, one of Miyazaki's better villain characters, because it does so much to, not just create a sympathetic villain, right? Because he obviously, when you're at the scale of like Apocalypse, kind of all sympathy goes out the window. But something which makes you really have to think about, this is a man who had the most power in the world, arguably. A man who, more than anyone, lived a comfortable... He had everything set to live a happy life, and yet he was so miserable, he thought that there was nothing in the world worth saving. And... like, that's really thought-provoking, I feel. Even if I think the answer is obviously, hey, we shouldn't try to, you know, mass genocide everyone. That's kind of nuts, man. Really? That's it? All that just for that? What did I even get? I wasn't paying attention. And then, of course, the hypocrisy of the faith with the Temple of God. I think it's just really remarkable how Miyazaki avoided a lot of the tropes you have, because it's very common in these types of games with Japanese and JRPGs and stuff to just be like, oh, well, the church is evil. Okay, like, that's how original, like, as a trope, right? Like, feels like almost any game, whenever there's, like, power and authority, usually the religious authority, it's like, okay, it's gonna be secretly the bad guy. Is that what I got? More crystal buds or more, sombring stones? Might be good in the future. Anyway, but it's like, it's nice to have it where it's like, okay, the church is corrupt, it's hypocritical, it's got so many problems, but it's still the right faith, right? Like, they don't try to discredit, like, everything that the church stands for. It's not like, oh, you know, everything the church says or believes or anything, it's all wrong, or it's all twisted, or... Were you always there, buddy? Oh, my. Like, they are objectively, like, pretty much everything they say or do is right, but not for the reasons they think. And that, I think, is a much more interesting angle, in that you come to the right conclusion, but doesn't necessarily mean that all the details you have in terms of your theology is correct then. That's, again, another interesting and thought-provoking scale. Obviously, Miyazaki sort of throws that out the window with Dark Souls, right? It just becomes like, oh, yeah, you know, the religion, like, it might have its good adherents and stuff, but they're all being used or whatever by all the corrupt ones, and the religion itself is based on all these lies, and is a tool of control, opiate of the masses, all that, right? All that jazz, right? So, Miyazaki kind of goes more to the basic idea with Dark Souls, and again, that's more so just because of the way Dark Souls is designed as a game. I don't think he necessarily was trying to do that. Just sort of like the narrative that he tries to tell with Dark Souls sort of requires that as a conclusion, but again, I think that the way he did it in Demon Souls is just, it helps make it stand out from its ilk. Oh. Alright. That's rather interesting. Perhaps the Carians came from the Nox? Might be wild, but the faith in the stars and the astrologer seems more like modern form of traditional worship. I think it may not necessarily be they came from the Nox. I think it may be that they are studying... I think it's possible that they may be studying the Nox because they may have understood their importance and their achievements, right? So they study the Night Folk, who presumably descend from the Nox. They study the Silver Tier / the Albinaurics because they come from the Nox, and they're Noxian products, as it were. But who knows? The thing with Renala is Renala looks rather normal, so if there is a Nox connection, it's definitely ancient and very distant. And there's also a question then, if that the Nox were the Carians, why did they not rise in prominence before Renala? Like, why did it take her for the Carians to become royals? That's an important question, I think. Because it feels like if you were Nox, you would know enough about stuff that you wouldn't have to do all this research to preserve it. But again, that could just be bias here. Alright, what do we got? First I want to rest because we have stuff. And we didn't see anything else that we need to explore. Big wolves. Wait a second. Is this the wolf like Lobo? Like, is this a Lobo-style wolf? Because if so, that could explain the female Albinauric we saw in the temple corridor. I see even this has gold, huh? You don't bleed, I see. Let's see if I can go for the backstab still. Nope. That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. Carrion Slicer. Distant, ancient sounds about right for souls. Yeah, she rode a dire wolf. Big old boys. If so, this again gives us another connection between the Albinaurics, because we saw the old Albinaurics as sorcerers downstairs, and a few of them are back at the village. And now we see the wolves of the females. So I guess the question would then be, where are the females? We're way above, and it looks like we can get back down below. Yeah, magic doesn't work on these boys as much, so gonna need to be careful. And more frozen crystal buds. Right. No torrents still. Nothing too much to say with the architecture. All seems pretty standard, though. It looks like we've gone to a courtyard part. And yeah, we've covered this, so we just gotta go here. Oh, gotta readjust myself in my chair. Take a sip. Stay hydrated, chat. Good. Whoa. I'm trying to figure out if Marika's family is any more fun than Gwyn's. Lol. Gods don't seem to make good parent figures. Yeah. I'd agree. Don't worry, your spelling is, it's forgivable. So we find some of the nobles of the golden lineage, coming here. Which is, again, interesting. It is interesting that the Carians have this little corner of the area, right? So here's the question. Did they have this before Renala, or was this place built here after the fact? And either way, why do they have this location? Because you can imagine this town, this ruins here, to guard the territory. That might have existed after the fact when they became royalty, so you need some buffer, right? So you like, create an illusory wall, create a bunch of townsfolk who'll defend it, yada yada. Also creates a good tourist and supplies, and like, it's just overall very good to have. This here, again, I'm still curious about. This might be connected to this. Though again, it's still weird how far it is from other stuff. Why was this cuckoo troll so problematic? And it's a cuckoo troll, so it's someone who was locked up after Radigan came with the trolls and then swore loyalty, but then gosh, this is so hard. Because you also have to consider the idea that, for some reason, instead of killing the troll, they locked him up. And this is the weird thing about Ever Jails. Why are you sealing them and locking them away in these special prisons? I don't understand what the benefit is. I can maybe understand the ancient hero of Zamur, because the idea is that Godfrey left, right? From, like, here at this church. Although I think we get the message from America at this place, but this is, again, a Radagon church, so I can only assume it's just the idea of it's in the land area. But anyway. The point is that you have the church, and you have, right next to it, this Everjail. And the idea is that, you know, Godfrey and company, they set sail out here. But, maybe, because there's the idea of a ship stayed behind, maybe that ship had the ancient hero of Zamor or something like that, and he ended up getting locked up. That's the only thing I could think of, because I think if I remember right, the Zamor people became heroes in the war against the Erd Tree, and I assume that several of them are away from home because, oh hey buddy, Godfrey inspired their loyalty, and they're grateful for him for helping them defeat their long time enemy, the Giants, right? That would be the logical conclusion. Oh, I see. Oh my. Just mowing the grass. Don't mind me. Oh, you. The pages. You were so annoying back in Weeping. What do you got this time? Oh, you are squishy though now. Squishy and not that obnoxious. I like you. God, so many of this frozen stuff. I guess Mountaintop of the Giants is gonna be real important. But it's the origin of the Stargazer, so I guess that makes sense why they're so important. Now here's the question. We also know that Albinorks are going up there. So are Albinorks up there because the Carians want them up there, or did something else happen? Like, where are all the women in the village? There's the Carrion Crest. A sword and staff. There we go. And yeah, die you page. So pages make sense, serve nobles and stuff, though they've surprisingly not been that common. Oh. If you're here, that means this is a boss, so we are going to go that way. We'll deal with Troll Boy later. Ah. You know, we'll deal with Troll Boy now. So, Mr. Troll. Have you ever had to deal with a, and artillery emplacement. Well, now you do. God, this one feels like a boss. I think even more than the actual boss. Yeah, he's not having a good time. He's like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, what am I gonna do? I love it. I love it. Stop blocking. God, Sorcerer is so fun. Yeah, I think Renala might make me get rid of the weapon and just go full sorcery. Take those points out of strength, just use my dex for cast time. Because being a pure sorcerer is freaking fun, I won't lie. Is there anything I want? There's something up there, so I have to get there somehow. Ooh. There's nothing here, though. Come on, block. Oh. Excuse me. I see, that doesn't interrupt you. You got some poise there, buddy. Oh, now you don't. Oh, another Troll Knights. Don't need that. I got that already. Well, she bewitched the academy before she had her kids. I wonder when exactly she became queen. Yeah, considering how immortality and stuff works in this series. Oh, controller. There we go. I wouldn't be surprised if, it's been like hundreds, if not thousands of years of her, before that she's been in power. The troll was actually a Karian troll, boys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, because that makes sense, right? Because the idea is that they all serve... Oh, wait. Because he's called a Karian troll, but this is a Cuckoo's Everjail. I wonder if he was loyal to the Karians, even though he was a Cuckoo Knight, technically. And he didn't escape from the other Cuckoos at the Academy. So they end up locking him up here, saying, hey, until you change your mind, we're going to have you trapped here for... all eternity. That could be the explanation, yeah. They would think the Cuckoos imprisoned him. My guy was being paid to just stand in front of a door. Yeah. Poor guards. Controller? There we go. For some reason, it wasn't letting me move forward for a second there, so just a quick reset. Ooh. All this so I could get beat up by a freaking jar. In fact, you know what? Before we do that... Oh my god, game. Can we... Oh. Oh, thank god. Right, the game lets you not kill yourself. God, they should do that for all Souls games. Honestly, so many quality... Well, that plan didn't work. So many Souls games should do those quality of life features. I really appreciate them. Well, okay, how are they expecting you to get up here if they didn't build this into the walls? Also, very haphazardly. Game designers, please. Come on. At least break it a little bit or something. Like, add the eraser tool or whatever so you can at least make this look like it's just broken and stuff with the wood. But nope. Just have it clip. Oh, there you are. Oh my god. Everything gets melted by me. I love it. Perfect. And again. as I made a point in the other stream, I do not see any of the flower-topped graves. I need to stop going to these areas if they're just gonna give me pots. It's never worth it. Yes, yes, yes. Crystal darts. It is worth pointing out, though, the fact that there is, in fact, a graveyard here. So this is a Karian graveyard as well. And they have jars of meat here. So were they using these people for experiments? Alright, hear me out. Considering the nature of the graveyard and its location, it's in the grounds, but it's sort of out of the way of everyone else, and obviously not as accessible. I think this is a servant graveyard. I think this is where all the servants were buried. And then they would use their meat after the fact for other stuff. Because again, Karians be doing that experiment and they might want to do stuff with their pots. Might want to test that meat. It's like, hey, servants. Because I don't think they would do this with the meat if it was a royal, if it was part of the royalty, or before, even before they were royalty, when they were just masters of the manor. Again, assuming that this manor existed before they became royals. I just don't see the Karians using their own like that. They really should. Man-eaters were unforgiving. Petition to have less narrow, fall-prone paths in Souls games. This is very true. See, I don't mind, though, the idea of having different types of maps that create hazards. The problem was definitely, though, when you would, like, be, like... and you would accidentally do that, right? On, like, every little ledge and everything. It was like, oh my god, like, why? Like, why am I dying just because I happen to, like, dodge roll, because I happen to, like, walk or, hit my thing, and it just goes a little too far. Like, there was just so many instances of that that's, like, you don't need to go crazy. Alright, we don't have a lot on the rock sling here, so... Oh! Right, I forgot. You have no hitbox during that. Right, that's stupid. There we go. Well, now your bits are all over the floor. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Neat. Ash of War, Carrion Grandeur, huh? Let's look at that while we're safe. Carrion Royal Prestige, embodied as skill. Transforms blade into a magical greatsword, swings it down. Carrion seemed to be really big on the whole mixing martial arts with sorcery. And we see that a bit at Rhea Lucaria too with some of their swords. I do find that fascinating. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this. Gonna have to reset. Looks like we're going to a pool. That's gonna be fun. Literally happened with Margit. I was beefed up from freeing Morn, was about to kill him, and then ever so fashionably rolled into the abyss that surrounds Stormvale's interior wall. Right, and Margit doesn't have the biggest zone, right? So it's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, it sucks when it happens. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna ignore the rest of you. Sun's coming down. I hope that doesn't make things worse for us. Oh well, we'll fight the sorcery boss under the moon. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, that was perfume, wasn't that? Like what the perfumers use? Oh. Well, at least there's a stake of merit here, so maybe I don't care if I die. I hope I don't need that Crimson Flask, though. That was perfuming, though, so maybe the pages belong to Radigan's thing. Yeah, because we also saw him at Weeping Peninsula, so... What, is like a giant water blob gonna come out of the ether? Well, would you look at that? Ain't you a big un? Well. Carrions do love their, looking at the stars. I guess it's troll-sized. A lot of chairs, ritual, magic, water. Oh. 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 Oh, it's Tree Sentinel with magic. Gotcha. Whoa, you got a fancy slash, don't you, Loretta? Also, where's Grey Rat? Go back to your husband, girl. You already have one dead child. Don't make me end your life again. Oh. Grey Rat's gonna be so sad, he's gonna go get himself killed recklessly, thieving a second time. Nice. Woo! That's a big one! Woo. You got some magic! Woo! 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 I see, your stamina doesn't run out. Woo! Oh no. Thank God you didn't spam it. Nice! Just need one to hit. Woo! Nice. Loretta's Great Bow and Loretta's Ash of War. Let's look at the Great Bow first. It said that it was Loretta's favored weapon. Well, I could see that. A Royal Knight, huh? So does that mean she's the same as, like, the other 20 Karian Knights that we heard about before? Are those the same, or is that technically different? I have to double check the Japanese for that, I guess. Loretta really do be given, yeah, she be given. That was a cool fight. It was a little easy, but again, I think that's because I'm a sorcerer. I think that fight would have been a lot harder if it was my Confessor. Because we don't have the same amount of range or damage output, probably. Though, again, interesting it was a spirit version of her. Wait, what's this again? Right, because this is from the Temple Quarter, along with everything else cold. Right, okay. Loretta Slash. Not a lot on her here. I wonder if we're going to hear more about Loretta and other stuff. For now, it's kind of sparse. I do recall her coming up in something else, but... I think it was something about her possibly being an Albinoric. I guess maybe, because she's on the horse? But, I mean, unless we see the real thing, it's going to be hard to tell because we don't know what she bleeds. God, the controller's doing weird connection things today, huh? The Royal Moon-Gazing Grounds, huh? Let's try something. First, I have stuff for my flasks. Yay! Oh, still nothing, huh? Wow. Well, what time is it now? Oh, it's in the middle of the night. Where's the moon? Because my thought is maybe at night while the moon is out, it'll reflect onto the water. But again, the fact that we have a circle of chairs around a pool of water, not only is that where we see Loretta rise, but the idea is that they're supposed to gaze at they'll have view of the moon from here. Whether it's the reflection or not, that's interesting. And it further clarifies my association I have between water and the cosmos. Oh, the Three Sisters. There's 3 towers. That sounds about right. Rena's Rise. So this is Rena's Sorcerer Tower, but Ronnie is pretending to be Rena, so I assume Rena is no more. That, or Rena really doesn't care about identity theft. Isn't Rena Ronnie's teacher, or am I forgetting something? Wait, why are these... God, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Didn't we see something like this somewhere else? These beams of light? God, that is curious. Maybe that's like a natural cosmological phenomenon in the sky that I'm not familiar with involving the moon or something. But I am curious. Oh, this has to take us to the graveyard that I was talking about before. So I'm assuming up ahead has to be the royal graveyard. I guess we'll see. Just got these wolves casually sleeping. I'm sorry to ruin your night, boys. Tell your girl wolves you won't be coming home tonight. Again. Really? Nothing? Now stay away from me, you. I know the power of that. There we go. Frozen armament. I know the power of that. Now, what's this say? Sorceress had been used by the old Snow Witch. Enchants her right hand with frost. Sorcery can be cast while in motion. The Snow Crone taught the young Ronnie to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. Interesting. Oh! Godwin got to you too, huh? Rena might have been that Snow Witch. Wonder if she moved in with the Carians or something. Oh yeah, I assume she's the Snow Witch, because if she's Ronnie's teacher, she has to be, right? It also would make sense why she has a Sorcerer Tower here. If that's something that Ronnie imparted. If, like, she taught Ronnie, so she moved in to be, like, a tutor. I believe she was described as a secret mentor. To be honest, it doesn't seem very secret to have a tower named after you at your student's house. Kind of sus of anything. I'll check out the Japanese for that and get back to you next time on that, because yeah, that does sound very weird if so. I only recall it saying it's her teacher, but if it's her secret teacher, that definitely adds a wrinkle. Of course, it's always possible that she was just staying as a guest and the whole teaching Ronnie thing was a secret. But again, it kind of poorly kept secret. It's like, oh hey, I'm going to bring this powerful witch here. Can she stay as a guest? She might have something to teach us. Are you going to learn from her then? No, no. Why would I learn from her, please? She teaches a different kind of moon from you, Mom. Again, I'm not seeing that, oh, Albanor, second generation are here. Well, that seems to, at the very least, give us reason to believe that if they are creations of the Carians, this would make sense. Albanoric's ashes. That is, I don't think Albanorix would be buried here, though. So, again, I'm sticking with my belief that this is probably where Carian royals are buried. Or at the very least, Carian royals and people that the Carians deem worthy or something like that, right? Like, oh. Oh. Hey, old Wolf of Faron. I see you found a, I see you found a home. Really, I'm so happy for you. Oh my. Don't break the graves! Oh, I should have seen that coming. That was a comment if I ever saw one. Oh my god, and it still hit. God, I love that. Oh no! He learned. I don't remember Abyss Watchers teaching their wolf this. Okay, now I have to have enough for the level up, right? Dang, still 1,000 off. Man, you took that like a champ, buddy. Bucko. There we go. Lump of flash, gold room. Oh, another Everjail? Yep. Guess that makes sense. Royal Grave Everjail. Okay. If that's what I'm thinking it means, that means the royal family grave Everjail. So it's not saying this is necessarily a royal. It could just be this is a jail for the royal family's graveyard, basically. That's what I'm assuming that means. Because who knows what's in there? Could be a member of the royalty, though, and if so, that would be fascinating. Because I don't think they're... Yeah, I don't think it's a... You know what? I don't think it's necessarily, though, going to be an actual royal that was buried here. Because if they were buried, they wouldn't be in jail. Why would you bury that? But then why would you put someone in jail in the graveyard? That would be weird. Unless it's someone you don't want actually dead, but you think their time has passed and you don't want them out. But they could be useful in the future or something. Oh, we got some leaves from the Erd tree. Coming down, raining. Well, no way I'm getting into the volcano that way. Oh, boy. In the meantime... Alright, I think I've done everything I can in this area. I don't think there's any more secrets. I've already gotten all the big wolves out of the way. I guess let's check out stuff behind the Everjail. Because I'm not going to be heading over to this side yet. Even though I very easily could. God, Elden Ring gives you so many options for approaching content. It's kind of insane. Ah, dang it. Bet. I mean, Rena was at least regarded as heretical given her pointed hat. I wonder how she fashioned icy glintstone. At any rate, Ronnie and Alberic of the Round Table both dabble in her stuff. Ooh, that's right. We never did the Alberic. I said I would a few streams ago, too. You reminded me. I gotta do Round Table stuff with Alberic. But first, let's do this boss. Hopefully, it's a simple boss, and I can... go home. Root resin. Yeah, it makes sense. More Erd tree barrel type of level stuff. Okay. Boss looks like could be kind of big, so okay. You know what? We're gonna try Night Maiden's Mist. Oh, you! This actually works out wonderfully, because I will just be doing this. If you're gonna be doing meteors and crap. Yep, let's just... Come on, buddy. Yeah, you summon me. I was gonna summon meteors too, but I think just doing this is torture enough for you. Yes, keep doing it. Oh, darn. I was not prepared for that. God, I hope Big Red Wolfie doesn't respawn. Also, not a lot of skeletons, considering the situation. I gotta do it when he goes for the stab in the ground. Dang it. Ow! Boy, he likes spamming that, doesn't he? Dang it, he's not letting himself get caught in it as much either. To be fair though, that was a little early on my part. Woo. There we go, and now you're dead. Thanks, Onyx boy. Meteorite. Now how, is that what I think it is? Didn't one of those Rocks men convince Radon to stop the stars from moving, stopping fate for the Carians, but also saving Celia? I don't think he didn't stop fate for Carians, it stopped fate for everyone. I don't know if he convinced the star to stop them. But we know that his teacher, I think, was one of these. Was it the Black King or the White King? I can't remember. It was either, I think it was, it might have been an Alabaster Lord, not an Onyx Lord. Which again, very curious, because you have this race of quote-unquote kings. It's such a weird concept. Do they just call them that because they're masters of sorcery stuff? So they're like, oh, you're like kings of gravity magic or something. Okay, what was that spell again? Summons a void, emits meteors, yada yada. The sorcerer originates from the Onyx Lords, blah blah blah, and we're reverential fear of their destructive power. So they came from meteorites so they can use gravity and meteorite magic. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is that... Oh my god, it's a hold. That might be what I use my physique flask on now. Do I have infinite FP yet? I don't recall if I've collected something like that. But if there's something that gives me like more FP or whatever, I might, or like halves the cost. I might do that because that sounds kind of bonkers. Let's go to round table. Oh. Okay. Let's go back to round table. Because we have to beat Alberic, and I need to level up and do some stuff. More mind, especially now if I have a spell that can make me do some stupid shit. Let's do the memorization first. Oh my god, if you combine it with what we got here. Oh, yes. Let's just try this. This will be for just in case, but this will be... Actually, you know what? We'll go all in for the Alberic fight. Wait, I should double check my physique flask and do this crap. What type of damage type are meteors? Magic or physical? I'd assume physical, but it could be just magic. Does this count as a charged attack? Maybe. So I don't got anything to make this better. So I'm gonna have limited FP, but we'll see how this works out. And we want to do it with this Terra Magica to make the power even stronger. This could be stupid as a spell. We'll see. Could be way nuts. Let's go check on Rogier.
Always good to see you safe. So,
always good to see you dying. This is kind of cool. Make spin to win. Nice. Employed by Karian princesses. Wait. Princesses? Isn't there only Ronnie? Is there another princess I don't know about? Unless, like, Renala has a sister. Oh. Oh. Is that Rena? That might explain the tower. What if Rena... What if Rena is Renala's sister? So she would... When Renala becomes queen, she would naturally become a princess. As her sister. That would explain the tower, too. Because it's called the Three Sisters, right? So either Ronnie has two sisters we don't know about. Or something else is going on. Black, white, we live in a society. They're just rock people. I think Hugh is one of those scaly misbegotten. Yeah, he is. He's one of those hybrids. Just without the tail is all. And a beard to cover that ugly Muppet mouth. Yeah, honestly, I think they got rid of his tail because it got in the way when he was a blacksmith because they want him close to the wall. I got no clue, to be honest, though Rena does have 4 arms. Oh, because Ronnie models her form on her, I assume. Celavis is one of the girls. Celavis, huh? I recall his name popping up, but I haven't looked at too much of his dialogue. I'm guessing he lives in one of the towers, then. Glintstone Pebble? Yeah, so nothing crazy we want from you. Okay, let's see what Albert's got. We're at the entrance hall to the place. There we go. How nice. Oh! Yeah, keep on doing that, buddy. All right. As soon as he got close, I started losing the initiative. I gotta... Take that! So isn't as crazy as I thought it would be? But I am, I do have a trouble with, what's it called? I am having trouble with, oh, we didn't look at this either. What's this say? Cartwheels, both are 2nd generation, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nothing crazy there. Glintstone Sorcerer Ashes, wearing a stone crown. Did we get this from a recent area? I don't recall. Or could be from one of the catacombs or something. What's the tongue for? Is it a key item? Nope. Lures in invaders. This allows the world to be invaded without the pro finger and blah, blah, blah. Okay, 2nd invader join in. So it's less about lore and more about multiplayer. Okay, fine, sure, whatever you want, game. Yeah, it's a male NPC, but for some reason he lives in one of the towers that makes up the three sisters. Rennie and Ronnie make sense, but I guess Sylvis is like that one friend. It may not have always been his tower. And obviously, now Three Sisters, if I recall correctly, is written in Japanese in katakana, so it's not written in a way where it's like with kanji or something. So it's written to sound out the English word. Or words, I guess, in this case. So it's possible there's something more going on there. Where, like, the idea is, oh, we just call it the Three Sisters, because it's three towers and they were all owned by women at one point. So maybe Sullivan's tower was Renala's tower originally. Oh wait, or maybe it's this. I don't know which tower is whose. And they just got called the Three Sisters because you'd have Ronnie, Rena, and Renala. That's the best I can think of. So it's like, oh, the Three Sister Towers. Also, it makes sense that towers became a thing, considering how important stargazing is to sorcery in this. Chilling Mist. I hear a dragon. Better hurry up, then, Yeah, that just associates it with Ronnie. Now, if I recall correctly from dialogue, Ronnie's quest progresses in part by doing, Rogier's stuff, so I might have to put Ronnie on hold for now. I still have the meteorite spell. I don't know if this will work. Well, if it doesn't... Anything else? Oh. I recall this. Yep, there we go. Oop. Is that a Nox? That's a Nox priest, if I recall correctly. Interesting. Looks... Is that Rogier's outfit? So it looks like it's a noble? Some random foreign noble that came maybe as a tarnish? Looks like a priest like Anastasia, a finger maiden maybe? Dude with a jar on his head? Selvis's puppet, do not touch. Oh, I was waiting for there to be, So this is Celivis, huh? Yeah, it looks about right. If I remember rightly, he's a professor, right? Or what does the localization call him? Because that set is, I guess nothing else. Oh! You too. You guys are all just, drugged up, huh? But Selva says there is puppets, huh? So this is how puppets are made. You have someone... Oh, and that's why it's a spirit projection! Because you get, like, the body all drugged up and shit. Right! So you can just infinitely summon and resummon the puppets. Because spirit summoning we do with the dead, but this way you can do it with the living. Nice. Oh, that's interesting. That one's dumber. That's one dumber stuff going on there. Why everyone's neck broken? Oh, they're puppets, huh? Why is everyone's neck broken? I don't know. I feel my neck could be that way. One of these. Oh, go away. Didn't do a good job defending it. I have the high ground. That did not work. Come on, get over here. Walk closer. I think I need my normal meteorite spell for this. Yeah, more normal meteorite spell, I can do stuff. Oh! So that's how you play, huh? Okay. Yeah, normal meteor is the way to go, because I can probably cast that spell while on horseback and still use my stuff. Still haven't gone to Farm Azula. Gotta remember, whenever I get that last stone key or whatever they're called. Actually, do I have one of those? Do I have it? No, I do not. I just have one of these. Which is honestly more than I thought I'd have. Okay. What do we do here? We want this. We want this. We want this. We want to try this one out. There we go. Used by the Troll Knights, comrades of the young Renala, bound by oath. Oh! They were specifically to Renala. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking Ronnie for some reason. No, Renala works though. They were comrades of the young Renala. Wait. That would imply that they've been serving her since before she was queen. Or at the very least, she became really a queen very young. Or maybe the idea was with Radigan? She was young when she married Radigan? Ooh, there's so many possibilities here. The works. Adula, huh? Ronnie's got all sorts of peeps in her service. Wolves, trolls, dragons. Yeah, because EG's one in her service, right? So, makes sense. This is... The sorcery is used in high-ranking adepts among the Crystallians. Some also calls this sorcery the Crystal Sun. Oh, that's an interesting admission there. Because the sun is the greater will and is the power that exists opposite the stars and the moon and the outer gods and all that. The idea that the magic of the night can create this crystal, magic crystals, that they can create the quote-unquote crystal sun, that's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, that's right, Night Maiden's Mist. Well, Night Maiden's Mist we just basically use for mostly just bosses, so we'll keep that on the back burner for now. And I don't think I need it for this boss up ahead. I think I could do just fine with Rock Sling. If I could just do Terra Magic with Rock Sling, that'd be perfect. Again, still curious about these lights, if they mean anything more than just set dressing. Nope, nothing here, just Trina. Ronnie's Rise. Hey, Wolf Guards. Have you met Blythe? I've met Blythe. I don't know if Blythe would appreciate me doing this, but, well, we don't choose our battles. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. I should have done Terra Magic closer. Oh well. Oh! I can't just do that. Okay. What? What was that? Oh! Where'd you go? Oh, okay, sure, whatever. I guess he just said, I'm screwing off. Don't need to do anything about this. No, sir. Coolio. Hey, Ronnie. I came to your tower. Don't worry, I'm not here to talk to you. I don't want to accidentally break Rogier's quest or some shit. Oh. Yeah, there you are. Well, I'm just not gonna risk it. Oh, we got our bot back. Mr. Bot. Look what you made me do. Mrs. Bot. Whichever you are. Doesn't matter. You're a bad bot. Hide user on this channel. Okay, so that's cool. I wonder what Renala did to earn the trust of the trolls after the Giant War. Did she do moon stuff or something? Lol. Does she impress the Academy enough? That paints an interesting timeline, especially with the motion of multiple princesses. Well, here's the thing. Renala seems to have a thing going with ice stuff, right? Like, we see lots of connections with ice in the mountaintops and the origins of the Stargazer, which the Karians are obsessed with. So what if Renala went to the mountaintops to do her thing? She discovered the moon there. Because that's how she started becoming the... That's how she ended up becoming a queen, if I recall correctly. So she discovers the moon. And then she brings the trolls back with her from the mountaintops. On her own. And this is before the Giant War. Because again, she's young. So this might be before the Erd Tree and like the immortality and all that stuff caused from removing death from the Golden Order. Because if Karians were on friendly enough relations to create something like the Sword and Knight in Flame with giants, it's clear that before the Giant War by the Golden Order... Oh, we gotta go down there, I see. Things between the cultures were pretty good. So this is Celavis's tower? Yep, Celavis's sorcerer tower, huh? Oh, I'm not surviving that. No, sir. No, sir. We go this way. Alright, because I'm back in, I'm technically back in the dungeon, right? Nice. Oh, isn't there a bug thing I need to do still? I have to go back to that area and see if I'm missing it somehow. Well, I got that. No? This takes us back to the church, right? So... Oh, the wall. And that takes us down there. But I don't know which place is there. Okay. I gotta explore stuff. Also, that pedestal there looking mighty and... Wait, it's clipping. Oh my god, game. Oh no, that's just a route. Okay, good. But still, looks like there should be something there. Spell-proof drive. More of that tower. Oh, this is where our cuckoo puppets come from then, I guess. So, gotta remember, dark blue are puppets. Because I've been wondering why some spirits look different from others. So it's like if they're ghosts, like at the Fringe Folk Hero grave, it's gonna look a little different. Zamor also do ice stuff. Same with the Snow Witch, and I think that was an ice wave that Dragon did with its sword. Yeah, but that sword could come from Ronnie, right? Because if it's protecting Ronnie's tower, so... I assume Adula learned that ice greatsword or whatever from Ronnie.
Oh, you? Sorry, Your Worship.
I'm surprised I don't have to kill you.
Apologize for any offense given.
Seriously, I was expecting you to kill me at some point.
Servant to the Carrion.
Okay, so good to know they do become servants.
I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls.
Uh-huh.
Your Worship, allow me to be of use. Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom.
Is that so?
Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pythia a little something by way of
A budding horn. Again, something you could find if you went down below to see the Nox. This is for Church of Vows. This is larval tier. Don't care. And here's the Albinorc weapon. So this is wielded by the young ones. This sword is modeled after the ripples that are thought to be the origin of their species. And again, this word for origin is the same as the quote-unquote primeval dew in that other weapon of theirs. And it's also reused in reference to the Crucible. Now again, primordial, it can be translated that way, but the term again, like it's used here, can just mean origin, the starting point, the beginning. The source. So it's like, hey, they came from this. They were originally this form. A drop that formed ripples. And it relies on arcane attribute, which is, again, arcane literally means the secrets of gods. It's the idea of mysteries. Mysticism is also tied in here. So again, the idea that there's knowledge God only knows. So this is magic that deals with the gods. And it reacts. It's related to the Albinorcs. Fascinating. This is from the north. The shield depicts the polar star in rivets of gold. Black leather shield. I gotta remember that for the future. That's very important. A weather map. A simple bat left discarded and forgotten for some time. Further details are available only to paying customers. Okay, you drive a hard bark in Pydia. Again, everyone wants runes, so runes are clearly a source of power or something, because there isn't like hollowing or something to justify it being used as the currency. Oh, is it from like the tutorial page? Okay, no, we looked at that. We already got that stuff. Here it is. A simple, badly weathered map. Left discarded and forgotten for some district streaks of amber light. What is this for? It's so hard to make out. Okay. Well, Pydia, you're a doll, but you know, not like the dolls you're taking care of. You know what I mean. You're a doll, but I don't want to hang out with you. I'm sorry. This wasn't meant to be. Always amazes me how far you can fall in this game. Like, really? Not even a little bit of damage? Okay. Items. Rewards. Slumbering egg, of course. Oh, is this... No, this is the way I was thinking. I was thinking this might connect me back to the... Oh! Hello, Mr. Giant Silver Crab. I'm actually curious if these silver crabs have a special water attack. And another stone sword key. Well, if I got another double, I can do it. Yeah, so I'm seeing lots of evidence that there's a lot of evidence that they were experimenting with silver here. So, because the crab is here. And we've already established the idea that the crabs, they eat silver in the water and their place, because the Albinorcs live, die, bleed there. So they become what they eat, more silvery in nature. Yeah, I remember it being like something around here. So Let's explore. Let's confirm if there's one of those bug things on this side. Right. Oh crap, hey, I'll BRB. See ya, my guy. No problem. Zamora also... Okay, so arcane ties with blood spells and skills in this game. It's also related to dragon stuff, right? And that deals with dragon heart and stuff, with blood stuff, huh? Ooh. That could be interesting, yeah. Because obviously blood ties to life, much like in Bloodborne. But how exactly does that all tie together? Ooh. Nope, nothing there. Yeah, we're already past that part. I don't see any way we're getting onto the rampart here. Yeah, no, that's death. Maybe I just missed a path up from the back? You know, I don't care about you. Yeah, if there's a way up here, it has to be through the back. Oh. Ooh, did I check back here thoroughly? That I did. Oh. That was embarrassing. Ooh, did I go down here? Yeah, that's where I first heard it, right? Well, I don't hear it now, so I think it might have been one of the bugs in... It must have been one of the bugs that we got on the other side of this wall. Okay, so I think that covers everything. So I'm going to consider this left side cleared. The only thing left, I think, is this aisle and the stuff here, and obviously down here, but we'll worry about that after we've cleared the right side. So next time we're going to be doing this island here, and then all that, and then going to the right end. So I think we're going to end things here for today. Thanks to everyone who joined in. I was glad to have you. Again, got a grift, so like it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content here. Want more, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. But seriously, I appreciate having you guys here. It's so great to have your eyeballs for both entertainment and support. Grant me eyes. Grant me eyes. It's really a treat to have you guys here. And again, great questions, great commentary. It's just nice to be able to play this game with other people. Very very interesting experience, especially playing this game in English. For the most part, having a English first experience in many respects. So anyway, we're gonna wrap things up here now. So hope you guys will tune in next time. We are going to continue through Liurnia, this massive area. Holy hell, this game, it is so big, so large. I'm going to have like 1,000 hours in this game before I'm done between my two playthroughs. Okay, but we're gonna end things here for the time being. Thanks, guys. Bye!